I'm tired of it. Like, here's my thing, you guys. What else? Who are these girls? Who are these girls that are hating on Caitlin Clark? Are you just combing through Twitter? What else are these women supposed to do? Fawn over her? Fangirl over her? Bend the fucking knee? Kiss the ring? Like, what do you want from them? We cannot, every time the girl plays a game, she got 40 games, guys. She got 35 more games. We are not, every single game, gonna revisit and retread this same tired-ass rhetoric.
Before we talk about one of the most shocking stories in sports, hit that like button if you think talented people should be cheered for, not blamed. Trust me, by the end, you'll see why fans are calling this one of the biggest mistakes ever. The second Caitlin Clark walked back onto the basketball court, everything in basketball started to change.
Undeniable exists for a reason, and it applies to Caitlin Clark. She is just absolutely undeniable, and her return to the Indiana Fever showed it once again. It felt like a jolt of energy to the WNBA, obviously to the Indiana Fever.
What a game. The Indiana Fever snapped the New York Liberties.
After missing 5 games because of a bad leg injury, the kind that can ruin a whole season, Caitlin didn't just come back, she exploded. She scored 32 points against the New York Liberty, the team that won the championship last year. And it wasn't just a win. It was a big message. She broke their perfect winning streak.
Caitlin Clark is the best basketball player in the world. She's the best basketball player that I have ever seen. She is the difference maker. She is the needle mover. She is the face of basketball right now. It's really hard not to recognize the difference that she makes on the Indiana Fever, a team that was obviously struggling with playmaking, struggling with pacing, struggling with the things that make us want to watch. And she steps into that court, and in the first quarter,
She made 3 super long 3-point shots in just the first 38 seconds. Her team, Indiana, hit 17 3-pointers, the most ever in their history. This wasn't just a comeback. It felt like a queen was being crowned. She played so well, the league office should have been celebrating with champagne.
And Cunningham is down behind the play, but they've got Caitlin Clark to fire away from 2 players with incredible...
But what happened next? Let's just say the WNBA made a really big mistake. How did they reward Caitlin for playing so amazingly? They gave her a drug test, her 11th this season. Think about that. Most WNBA players only get tested 3 times, maybe 4 if they're unlucky. But Caitlin? They keep testing her like she's hiding medicine or something. And the timing? Right after she scored 32 points against the champions. People acted like Caitlin couldn't be that good just because she worked hard, practiced a lot, and had natural talent. They said after weeks of tough recovery, the only reason she played so well must be because of drugs. As soon as this happened, social media blew up faster than one of Caitlin's quick 3-point shots.
Good job. Squad needed it. Played Fever way. I love it. More.
One person joked that Caitlin tested positive for goat blood. Another said maybe the league's boss was the one drawing blood for the tests. Someone else said they should test the referee too, because the refs always make strange calls. But the funniest joke was, they should do a DNA test to see if Caitlin is even human, because what she did looked like something out of this world.
Thanks.
Just want to let you know you have a huge fan base in Hong Kong.
Oh, I appreciate that.
And
hopefully I'll get there one day.
And today, there are 5 Hong Kong fans fly from Hong Kong to
No way.
And,
oh my gosh.
And the hour is 22 hours.
No way. Oh
so
my goodness. Well, I wish I could have met them.
Just want to say this, including me.
If you know them, tell them thank you for coming. That's incredible.
Yeah, so any plans you will visit Hong Kong with your teams in the future years?
Yeah, maybe we'll head to Hong Kong after the season. I mean, I certainly hope to go to Hong Kong one day. It's incredible to see the type of reach that we can have and how much people love basketball across the globe. So that's really cool. So if you know them, tell them I say hello and thanks for coming as well.
Yeah, thank you. Hope one day to show you around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Caitlin made really hard 3-point shots even when defenders were right next to her. She made no-look passes that got through 3 defenders. Her basketball smarts were so good, it was like she was playing chess while others played checkers. Now, here is the strange part. The league says the drug tests are random, but 11 tests in one season? Most players only get tested 3 times. That's not random, it's impossible to be random. A player making 3 three-point shots in 38 seconds after being hurt? That's not because of drugs, that's because of amazing muscle memory. Making 17 team three-pointers against the best defense? That's not cheating, that's perfect teamwork and skill. But every time Caitlin does something great, she gets another drug test. It happens so often, fans joke they can set their watches by it. Caitlin shows the golden goose paradox. People punish her for being excellent right in front of them. The WNBA is at an important moment. No sports league has ever had a player like Caitlin, who brings huge growth. Like 756% more merchandise sold, full arenas, and 18 out of 21 million game viewers coming just to see her. But the league still watches her with doubt, not happiness. And Caitlin welcomes fans who flew 22 hours all the way from Hong Kong. While people from all over the world cheer for Caitlin's amazing skills, the WNBA leaders are busy making drug test papers. They gave her 11 drug tests in one season, almost 4 times more than usual. This means they don't believe she is really that good. This is not normal or fair. It shows 3 big problems. First, the leaders feel unsure about the league. The boss, Kathy Angelberg, took charge in 2019 when the league was struggling. She had no money and no big plans, only hoping things would get better. Caitlin coming to the league could make it popular again, which Kathy wanted for 5 years. But the league still thinks too small and worries too much. The extra drug tests show they don't believe real talent can fix their problems. They want to protect being average. While Caitlin works hard and faces a lot of unfair checking, some players who don't do well don't get tested much at all. This makes things backwards. If you are really good, people don't trust you. If you don't do much, people don't watch you closely. The numbers show this can't be a mistake. There is only a 0.00003% chance they picked Caitlin for testing 11 times by accident. It was embarrassing for the league when Caitlin thanked fans from Hong Kong with. Caitlin showed real kindness and said thank you to her fans. That was amazing. But at the same time, the league was busy with more drug test papers. This showed what the league cared about more, checking her, not celebrating her. People all around the world laughed at this. The US league was punishing its best player. It looked really bad. The league seemed like it was fighting against its own success. The way the WNBA treated Caitlin wasn't just a mistake, it was very careless. Look at these examples. When Steph Curry makes 9 three-pointers in a game, the NBA makes movies about him. But when Caitlin makes 3 long three-pointers in 38 seconds after being hurt, the WNBA gives her drug tests. When Patrick Mahomes celebrates after winning the Super Bowl, everyone shares the videos. But after Caitlin scores 32 points in a great game, she has to give urine samples. Fans from Hong Kong spend over $3,000 on plane tickets and game tickets, but they see Caitlin treated like a suspect, not a superstar. Now, groups from Japan are canceling trips to Indiana because they feel the league is not nice to her. This big difference in drug testing shows there is unfair treatment. Here's a fact. Caitlin had 11 drug tests in one season. Most players get only 3 or 4 tests, even if they score 25 or more points per game. Games get very little attention, less than 10% of what the league tries to promote. The international news hardly covers them. When there are bad stories about drug tests, people don't really care. Here's some history about the WNBA and big once-in-a-generation players. Caitlin's treatment is different, but it shows a problem. The league doesn't appreciate players who can change everything. Maya Moore is one example. She was called the WNBA's Michael Jordan. But Maya left the league early, when she was still the best, to help people who were treated unfairly by the law. The league said nice things about her leaving, but didn't make big changes to keep her. Her bravery showed something important. In the WNBA, being brave and playing great basketball don't always get the same respect. Brittany Geyer had a tough time too. She was wrongly held in Russia. Her salary came from playing overseas. But when she came back, the league didn't tell her story much. This shows a big difference compared to how much Caitlin is watched and tested. Paige Buer, a great new player from UConn, is thinking about not joining Dallas, a smaller team, because she saw how Caitlin was treated. One scout said, "Why risk your best years in a league that punishes players for being stars?" The testing is not just a rule, it's a kind of mind game. After games, Caitlin's routine is always the same: ice bath, talking to the media, then a drug test. Her teammates say she looks tired and sad when the testers come into the locker room. This isn't just annoying, it's a way to make her nervous and worried. After her 11th test, Caitlin's next game was different. She hesitated when she had open shots, like she was doubting herself, said an ESPN expert. New players like Harmony Turner from Harvard now ask their agents, "Will being really good mean I get tested all the time and have a hard time?" Her father says many top young players worry about being treated the same way. Some secret league managers even admit that testing Caitlin a lot is a way to bring her down a little. The extra drug tests are used to make Caitlin seem less special, a way to stop her from becoming a legend. To fix this, the WNBA needs to be honest about how they do drug tests. They should have a group outside the league check the tests and share public reports to prove they are fair and not picking on Caitlin. They should say sorry and make it right. They should admit they have been too hard on Caitlin and start promoting her as much as she deserves. The league should use Caitlin's popularity to grow the WNBA faster, adding new teams in places like Toronto and San Francisco, and giving players better travel like chartered planes. They should celebrate great players all the time, make movies about them, hold training camps, and get ESPN to show Caitlin's amazing moments just like they do for Steph Curry. Conclusion: the invisible cause of suspicion. Every drug test Caitlin takes after a great game isn't just a test. It's like a tax on being amazing. It tells young players a scary message. If you get too good and too famous, we will take away your privacy, your respect, and your happiness. Meanwhile, the league's real problem is not being fixed. They are wasting a special time because they feel unsure and afraid. When fans from Hong Kong gave Caitlin handmade jerseys, she was so happy. She is a true ambassador helping the WNBA grow to new heights. But the league treats this gift with doubt. That is not just sad, it is wrong for basketball. This isn't just about drug tests or samples. It's about the league being confused about who it is. The league wants to help others but also wants to make money. When the league reacts to Caitlin's amazing play with doubt instead of joy, it breaks the promise of sport, that great players should be praised, not questioned. The WNBA tests Caitlin 11 times but only tests other players about 3 times. This shows they are not comfortable with their own success. People on social media don't just laugh at the tests. They use unfairness to show how wrong the league is. The league tests Caitlin more than they celebrate her. Being average is what the WNBA protects. The only thing growing is their fear and worry. This is not just a mistake by the league. It is the league hurting itself in front of everyone. Caitlin is not just being tested. She is being punished again and again for being better than the league thinks is possible. She shows hard truths. Women's basketball can get more fans than ever without tricks. Even the best teams can be beaten by one brave new player. Great players don't need politics to get millions of people watching. Her crime is making playing basketball look easy. She makes games exciting, showing how old the league's ways were before she came. Every long three-point shot says, "This is what you could have done." Every no-look pass says, "You stayed safe and didn't try hard enough." The drug tests are the league's way of showing they are scared. The cups for the tests are like white flags, giving up against a storm they can't stop. The way the league acts shows it doesn't have strong leaders who are brave. Imagine if things were different. The league bosses would proudly show Caitlin to big leaders to prove women's sports are important. Team owners would use her success to ask for better travel like chartered planes. Marketers would fill TikTok with videos of her amazing 38-second three-point shots. But instead, they are making drug test papers while she thanks fans who traveled 22 hours from Hong Kong. The world loves Caitlin, but the league answers with rules and doubt. People around the world see a big problem in American sports. The country loves winners but also hurts its best players. The message to young players from Spain and Australia is, if you play too well here, we will treat your talent like a crime. This is more than basketball. It's a problem in big businesses in America showing up in sports. The league has spent years trying to get famous and popular. But when a true star like Caitlyn comes along, they don't want to change. Caitlyn makes the WNBA face a hard choice. Keep things the old way where everyone is just okay, or accept amazing players who change everything. They chose to bother Caitlyn, testing her so much she feels like she has to be like the old players. It's like Kodak ignoring digital cameras and keeping old film, or Blockbuster making fun of Netflix but charging late fees. The extra testing isn't just rules, it's the league fighting the very thing that can save it. This worry doesn't only hurt Caitlyn. New players now say quietly, if I score more than 20 points, I'll get tested again. Young stars in high school think twice about going pro. Why practice so hard if being great means people will doubt you? The league's many tests. This has made many players play less well on purpose. They miss shots so they don't stand out and get tested more. This is a real problem, not the 11 tests, but how it makes players afraid to be the best. When you teach players that being the best means getting punished, you stop amazing moments before they can happen. Even Michael Jordan was tested when he played sick, and Tom Brady was ready for a test after his big comeback. The WNBA isn't just testing Caitlyn. It's destroying its own future before it even starts. The answer needs big changes. Stop testing Caitlyn so much. Make a rule to protect her from too many tests. Give 11% of the league's money, 1% for every test she had too many, to help her foundation. Replace drug testers at her games with film crews to show how great she is, not to watch her. Let fans from Hong Kong give her jersey to a child who will always believe being a star is a good thing, not a crime. Because in the end, this is not about urine tests, it's about fear. It's about leaders who choose to ignore change and stay safe instead of being brave. And until they learn to celebrate the fire inside great players, the WNBA's best talent will keep being treated like an enemy. The final irony, while the league wastes resources, the league spends too much time checking Caitlyn with drug tests, but doesn't fix the real problems, like bad referees and not telling fans about games well enough. They test Caitlyn 11 times but still don't fix video replay reviews. Their priorities are so mixed up, it would make MC Cher dizzy. So here we are. The best player in many years is helping the league grow. But the league is fighting her, checking her test cups like she's hiding magic potions. The real problem? The league is hurting itself on purpose. And the WNBA can't stop doing it.